Rio de Janeiro is home to one of the new seven wonders of the world, and today we're taking you there. But that's just the beginning. From the world-famous Christ the Redeemer to breathtaking views of the city at Sugarloaf Mountain, we're covering 4 of the best things to do in Rio if you're visiting for the first time.
Hey y'all, so we are about to cross another amazing epic thing off of our bucket list, and that is seeing the Christ the Redeemer statue, one of the 7 wonders of the world.
Yay! Our second one! So first we had to stop and get something to eat because we were super hungry, so we stopped to get a little meat pastry at Pastelia. It's literally across the street from where we had to catch the train, so this came in handy for sure.
Hey y'all, so we are officially online in queue for the tram. We are waiting for it to arrive so it can take us up to the Christ the Redeemer statue.
If you see a bunch of people that are trying to haggle you for tickets and stuff when you got them in advance, just keep walking. Just ignore them. They're trying to sell you some stuff last minute. Just go to the station and it'll bring you straight there.
Exactly. So the cost of the tickets to take you up to the Christ Redeemer, it worked out to about $22 US. We'll put the exact price on the screen for you guys, and also in Brazilian currency as well. So there's definitely quite a bit of a mad dash to go ahead and try to get a seat, but it wasn't too bad. I can't speak to how busy and how packed it's going to be during like a high season or at other times of the day, but we caught the 4 o'clock tram so that we can get a sunset view of the Christ Redeemer statue. So there are a couple different ways that you can go up to the Christ the Redeemer. You can take the tram, you can also hike up, which we are absolutely not going to do, and you can also take a van, but the van only takes you halfway. So we just stopped at the station at where if you took the van, you then come onto the tram to go up the rest of the way.
Because this is such a popular destination, there will be crowds here no matter when you visit. But honestly, the crowds won't even faze you too much because you're going to be so mesmerized by seeing the statue up close and personal, while enjoying the beautiful panoramic view of the city. Everyone is trying to capture that perfect photo. You might even see people praying to the statue, and if you're lucky, you might see a proposal. Standing over 100 feet tall, Christ the Redeemer isn't just a religious monument, it's a symbol of peace and redemption. As a tribute to Princess Isabel, who abolished slavery in Brazil, they put up this statue in her honor, but she insisted that the statue be a reminder that Christ is the reason and the Redeemer of mankind. There's really nothing like seeing Christ the Redeemer up close. The views up here are totally indescribable. You'll see Sugarloaf Mountain, which we'll be taking you to later in this video, and the beautiful beaches of Copacabana and Ipanema stretching along the coastline. Hey you guys, we are at Plage Café. I think that's how it goes. And it is gorgeous here. Like everywhere you look around, like the architecture is beautiful. I can't wait to explore it after we eat and get our coffee though, because obviously first things first. A lot of people are here already to get their picture taken because this is a very famous spot. You can see people lined up to take their pictures already. Line is literally wrapped around the building just for that picture perfect spot. But we're gonna go show you around after we finish eating because I can already tell this is gonna be a spot that you have to visit for sure. I hope the food is good though. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna need some sugar, but it's good. So our food just arrived and everything looks amazing so far. I can tell that it's going to be good. But I just wanted to fill you guys in on the fact that this is a perfect place for a day trip because there's so many local attractions in the same area. You can literally see Christ the Redeemer from Parque Lage, which is where we are right now. It's also very close to the garden as well. So if you want to visit that, that's what we plan to do today. Not this pigeon trying to take me trying to take me out. But yes, it's definitely a perfect place for a day trip because you can do so much and see so much because everything is pretty much in the same location.
Really good eggs. I am very impressed. And I'm a hard critic when it comes to eggs because that is like my favorite breakfast food. But they did it really good here. I ordered the scrambled eggs with salmon. I also ordered the waffles with fruits. And oh my gosh, the fruits look so amazing. Perfect. So one thing that I'm always really wary of is for super touristy places, is the food going to be as good as Instagram and everything makes it out to be? And so far, I think they've done a good job of, it's not just here for the pictures, the food is actually pretty good too. So I'm gonna try the salmon. So it's a generous piece of salmon that they give you along with the eggs. I would give it an 8 out of 10.
So I ordered the traditional burger, has cheddar cheese, tomato, lettuce, a couple caramelized onions on it. So let's see how it tastes. About to get into my first bite. Pretty good. I like how they didn't overcook it. So, not bad. The gift shop is worth checking out as well. They have a bunch of souvenirs for reasonable prices. Hey you guys, we are up on the terrace and the views up here are stunning. There's so many different ways you can take so many different pictures up here because there's a lot of space. And majority of the people that come here, they spend majority of their time downstairs where the cafe is, but it's definitely worth coming up here.
And also there's quite a bit of a line and you can only spend but so long. But if you do decide to spend a little bit extra, I believe it was 10 Brazilian dollars each ticket, you get to come up to the terrace. It is way more secluded. It is even more beautiful. So yeah, I would recommend that over waiting in the line and having to rush to get, you have 2 minutes or so to rush and get all your pictures and videos in.
It's way better up here. Once you leave the cafe, take some time to walk around the property. It's very nice here and you might even spot some monkeys in the trees. The next stop is the Botanical Garden. If you're someone who appreciates being out in nature, then you're not going to want to skip this one because it's a perfect place to have lunch in the grass, or for the athletics out there, a walk or a jog here wouldn't be a bad idea either. So we have arrived to the Botanical Gardens here in Rio de Janeiro, and it's very nice being surrounded by nature, especially coming from the city. We were there majority of the time, so this is a really nice change of scenery. I'm excited to see what we're going to get into here because it's one of the popular attractions, so let's get into it. Let's see what they got here. So it is beautiful here. Honestly, the garden is ginormous, so I definitely recommend if this is your first time here to pick up a map. There are signs all over to guide you where you need to go, but it's definitely would be useful if you had a map in hand just so you can go to specific areas that you want to visit. And it is peaceful. Oh my goodness. There's so many different kinds of species here, different types of animals and different plants, so it's definitely worth visiting. I love it so far. And there's a beautiful fountain as well, so it's just a nice place to relax and just enjoy the scenery. If this video is helping you plan your next trip to Brazil, take a second to like and subscribe. It'll help us continue to make content like this.
So if you are wondering about the ticket price to enter the Botanical Garden, it was $25 somewhere around there for me and Irene to enter with both of our tickets. And it's only just a short Uber ride away from Lage Café. It took us maybe about 10 minutes to get here, even with some moderate traffic.
This is truly one of the best gardens we've been to so far, so if you have time, visit here for an hour or two, you won't regret it. And be sure to bring some water with you. Now, we might have saved the best activity for last because we were not expecting Sugarloaf Mountain to be this lit. If you want to have a good time, meet new people, this is where you need to be. Not only are you experiencing the thrill of riding a cable car, and for those of you who may be afraid of heights, this ride is totally safe and it only lasts about 3 minutes.
So in between the cable cars, there's like a platform where you can go to the bar, you can get drinks, you can get water, there's some snacks. There's even a DJ, at least here on a Saturday, and he's playing the tunes. You can dance, people are gathered around and just having a good time. So you should definitely come out to visit Sugarloaf Mountain. There's something here for everyone.
Before you know it, you're at the top and the views are 100% worth it. You can even see some of the famous beaches from up here. Rio de Janeiro is packed with so many things to do and places to see. From Christ the Redeemer to Sugarloaf Mountain, you're bound to find an activity worth doing while you're here, even if it's only for 72 hours.
So just a word of advice. This is the line when we're leaving here at about 4:30. It was not this crowded any at all when we first got here. So if you are coming here for sunset or just getting here later in the day, I highly encourage you to get your tickets online and maybe even purchase the priority pass just so you can skip through some of this line, because as you can see, it's definitely hectic here.
If you made it this far, we appreciate you. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and check out what a typical day for us is like living in Brazil. We'll see you in the next one.